Hello, first graders. Today is Tuesday, and the three things that I want you to have is your blue My Word book, a pencil, and your story town. We're going to start our main story for the week. And so, after you read about Sad Dan yesterday, today we're going to read a new story. And it also has some new words to know. So the first one is in, to, and notice it has two O's and the word no. And then we come over here and it puts the words into sentences. I sat in the van. They sat too. Can we go? No. So by reading those three sentences, it can help us understand what these get to know high frequency words mean. So this too can mean also. They sat also. So they all sat too. And this one, N-O, is the opposite of yes. And then of course you know in. So what I want you to do before we start our story is to take your word book and you're going to go into your word book and find I, the first word, which is in, and sing your ABCs if you need to get to it. Oh, there, I found it. It's on page 12. So there is in. I already have it. So what I'm going to do, instead of writing it again, I'm going to underline it so I know that I've already had that word. And you do that also with the word to and no. Okay, when you're done, finish with that, put that aside. And then we're going to get to our story. So we're going to turn our page, and over here on the blue section, it tells us what type of story it is, the genre. The genre is, of this story, is a fantasy story because it has parts that could never happen in real life. And a lot of times it's when we have animals that are speaking and acting like us humans and boys and girls. So since we're still working on the short ah sound for A, they're going to put more words that have it in there, like the van. So the was one of our spelling words last week, and now we have van. So we can see by looking at the covers that the characters are in a van, and they're going to go on an adventure. So for us to find out about that adventure, we need to read on. Sam has a van. Now take a notice and look at all the characters and what they're carrying and what they must want to do with this van. And I wonder if this is Sam. Pam sat in the van. Okay, so I guess that is Sam because he's driving. Now we have the character Pam. Take a look at what she's bringing and what you think they might be doing. Max sat too. Max has a lot. And there's one of our get to know words. He sat too. Dan sat in the van. There's Dan. Oh, he looks like a painter or an artist. Pat sat too. It's crowded. Can the van go? No! Why is she giggling, kind of smiling? And look at the tire. Think about what's going on and why she'd be kind of giggling about it. Jan, oh, that's her name, can help. Look what she gets to help. Now the van can go. Look at the things that they unloaded. If you go back to the beginning of the story, and good readers can do that, they can go back. I'm going to go back to this page. Stay with me. This one. And you see how they're carrying all the things that they want to do? Jan had the idea of, instead of trying to pack all that heavy stuff in the van along with all the animals, to put it in a wagon. And they pulled it from behind. The end. And then we have our Think Critically questions. And this is your homework for tonight. You're going to read the story by yourself to your mom and dad out loud, and then you can go through the questions and answer them. And this is just a little bit about meeting the author and the illustrator, Holly Keller.